Welcome back to the classroom. Come on in, no late pass required. Today, we are looking at the official trailer for The Legend of Vox Machina Season 3. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for this one. I know that in terms of the live action campaign, things go pretty off the wall with the end of the Chroma Conclave. I will admit that I am not quite up to date when it comes to the actual live show, the live podcast and whatnot. But I've heard rumors. I'm still working my way through catching up. I'm still listening to what is essentially season 2, but in the actual Critical Role campaign. And I will admit that I am definitely scared, especially after watching the title sequence for Season 3 and how they're changing it for the upcoming season, which if you missed my reaction to that, feel free to check the card up in the top right-hand corner, because it was absolutely insane. The animation is beautiful for it, and I'm genuinely concerned that they're going to just absolutely play with our emotions here. They are going to mess with us something fierce. And in all honesty, I'm just ready to see what is going to happen next. Everybody over at Critical Role has been working on so many different projects. I know that they're coming out with the Mighty 9 series. I'm very much looking forward to that. I have zero knowledge about Mighty 9 as well. But I have very little knowledge, once again, about what is going to happen with the end of the Chroma Conclave. I know that there's supposedly going to be 5 seasons of the show, culminating in what is essentially the whispered one in terms of the show. But I know that in the actual campaign that they played on Critical Role in the live stream, it was a focus on Vecna, which Matt Mercer at this point has played in many different projects, and so I'm definitely getting ahead of myself on that one. I know that they were teasing it in the title sequence for the upcoming season, so I'm sure that there will be a little bit in regards to that, but I'm ready to get into this trailer, so without further ado, let's jump straight into the video. Let's do this. I have been putting it off. I'm more worried about what type of drama it's about to cause me, but I can wait no longer. Let's do this.
The future is frightening.
Oh.
It's a future which hasn't yet been written.
Oh, jeez!
Vox Machina, your world will be destroyed.
This can't be happening. If we want to save it, we have to go to
Hell.
Going
Up. We shouldn't be here.
Oh.
jackets?
To pull this off, we're gonna need all kinds of miracles.
They're going to hell?
What is that thing?
Hold it off as long as you can.
Vox Machina shall burn.
Oh my goodness, they still have Lance Riddick? I didn't think he was... Oh jeez, he must have been able to record everything.
I'm an even bigger one.
Ready? No, but do it anyway.
Holy shit.
I'm ready to die for the people I love. We have to believe it's going to be all right.
They're just casually dropping the kiss?
It isn't.
All the couple...
Nothing matters.
Who's dying?
You are now bound for eternity. They got some plush chairs in this.
It's okay to be scared. We can face anything.
Holy shit.
You think you can catch us, Dingle?
Maybe don't mock the murder man.
What the shit? I don't even know how to process half of this shit. Stop with the cheery music. I don't need the cheery music. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this a couple times before I talk about it in a second here. Holy shit. We just finished watching the official trailer for Vox Machina Season 3, and first of all, there is so much I do not know about. These were obviously nods for a lot of the people who have gone through the live stream, which, based on your guys' comments, I held off on going through and going into the live stream episodes that were based off of, or I should say, were the foundation for Season 3. And now it means that I'm going into this not knowing so much. I don't even know where to start unpacking everything. Like, obviously, we have so much going on with the Chroma Conclave. It is fantastic to still hear Lance Riddick's voice. Voicing the Cinder King himself, especially because he had such a commanding presence, and it's just absolutely insane. Like, and if it's not Lance Riddick, then it sounds exactly like him. Like, whoever is trying to do the voice lines for him is doing him justice, at least, and I do very much appreciate that in that sense. I mean, obviously a very intimidating presence, and I'm genuinely curious to see where they end up going with that whole story and how they're going to end up resolving everything in regards to just the Chroma Conclave, because it very much seems like, yeah, obviously they were able to eliminate one of the members, and then another member was I don't want to say turncoat, because it definitely seems like there is an ulterior motive to some of the other parts of the Chroma Conclave at this point, as we saw at the end of Season 2. There are so many Easter eggs to talk about here. Personally, one of the biggest ones that I saw was like the slightly older Keyleth crying at the grave of all of her friends with like the logo of Vox Machina underneath it. I'm not ready for that. Like, I obviously know that, you know, based off of a combination of the comments that people have given and just the knowledge that we have in terms of like even like the title sequence, that she is going to outlive everybody else, and I'm not ready for that type of trauma in this season. Like, we're supposed to have 2 more seasons of this, and you're expecting the trauma to just continue to increase, because every single season has just continued to get up and personal when it comes to that stuff. Now, they definitely reused a couple of what we saw in the title sequence, but they kind of elaborated on it. It seems like they're going to be dimension hopping again, like they went to the Fey realm or the Fey Wild, depending on how you want to describe it as, during the last season, and it seems like now they're going to hell, just casually straight up going to hell, rather than you know, I felt like they were gonna go to like the fire planes, like the elemental planes, where the Cinder King had originally came from after being in prison for some time. But I almost wonder, are we going to get another vestige maybe? Like that's my thought process, because so much of the previous season was all about obtaining vestiges, and there are still certain characters that don't have the vestiges, these relics, like Percy obviously doesn't have one yet. I don't believe Keyleth has one yet, and Pike doesn't have one yet, and so I'm curious to see, like, does everybody get a relic of some kind? Because that would be kind of epic. You know, I'm predicting that that's probably going to be one of the focal points. Like, we got a lot of stuff involving Grog last season. Percy was all the focus in Season 1, but not a whole lot of focus in Season 2, so maybe we're going to make a return with Percy. Vax had a significant amount of attention when it came to Season 2. obviously becoming the champion of the, I almost said Raven Queen, the matron of ravens. They have to keep the, you know, the copyright, everything intact in that regard. And then also getting into Myth Carver. Man, I just don't know. Like, I feel like we have to have some form of exploration with the vestiges. Like, I don't know why otherwise they'd be going to hell, other than like trying to find like some one up on our main antagonist here. But I'm definitely curious to see where they end up going with this. Now, it was absolutely insane that they just kind of casually dropped the the kiss between Vax and Keyleth in this trailer of all things. Like, it wasn't even like subtle. It was very much like it was focused on here, which is kind of amazing. It's really awesome. I do hope they explore the romance between Percy and Vex, and if we, let me tell you this right now, if we do not get a bathtub scene, we are all going to riot, because we have been waiting years for that one. That is easily one of my favorite clips in all of the series. It needs to happen. It better happen this season. And I didn't see anything in the trailer about it. They were focusing a little more seriously on this in terms of this particular trailer, which, I mean, makes sense. The stakes are super high, and I'm just so excited. There's probably so many things that I missed in this trailer, and so I'm gonna rely on you guys in the comment section. Like, you gotta keep me informed on this one. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? What did you notice in this? Because there's so much going on. I don't even know how to wrap my head around all of this, because it's just absolutely insane that, like, we've gotten so much of this show, and like a lot of this channel, like, if you guys have been around since the beginning, like, a lot of this channel really took off after I had started watching season 1 for the very first time. And so it's insane to think that, like, we're several years into this at this point, and we're at season 3 at this point. We still got like this season and then potentially 2 more seasons to wrap up the show. It's going to be a bittersweet day indeed once we get to that point. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, whether it be on my commentary or what we just saw in the trailer, or if I missed anything, because there are so many small details. I love this community of critters here to keep me informed. Now, obviously, I try to keep it spoiler free, but oh man, I love to have a discussion. So, you know, give me your best, give me your worst. I'd love to hear it all. And if you're enjoying everything that we're doing here, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on anything. But in the meantime, class, you are officially dismissed, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.